Hi guys again. As per to the part 1, I hope all of you have gone through what I have linked and I have uploaded for this part 2. Or not, you can watch part 1 and part 2 first, then go through the documents and review the videos. Or you can just ask the teachers that went to the course. Easier. Anyway, okay, as a review, for the first 4 weeks of year 1, you will teach phonics, and for the first week 2 of year 2, first 2 weeks of year 2, you will teach phonics also. So you need to use this module, English language year 1 phonics. If you open it up, you have the 21 lesson on how to teach per lesson the phonics. You can see it's already explained here, and you can just copy it down into your lesson plan. There's also a short scheme of work at the back for it to guide you, and you need to read it, strategy of differentiation and everything, and how to write your lesson plan. Okay, so it's the same thing for the phonics year 2. You can download. So the first, there's already everything for that. Okay, so you ask, what do you do after you finish teaching the 4 weeks or 2 weeks? Then how am I going to do the lesson for the whole year? Okay, so during our course, the master trainer or our JU passed us this master copy as a guidance for you, for easier for you to do the lesson plan. As you have heard or not, there are what we call we need to teach in blocks, which is one lesson from the Supermind textbook, and 4 other lessons in other materials or non-textbook lesson. So you ask, where do we use our current textbook? I mean, like textbook in 2017, the new one. So you can use the textbook in your own materials during your non-textbook lesson. Non-textbook, what I mean non-textbook is, this is the textbook, and the non-textbook you can use the old textbook. Okay, so if you have downloaded, if I already rajin and scan every page of this, or you can ask the teachers that have copied this, you can see it has until 160 lessons per year, all to the back. Okay, so you can see they already number 1, materials needed, none needed. This is the first lesson. Okay, the first topic for Supermind in year 1 is introduction, so there is none needed. So the skill and lesson is S is speaking, content standard is giving, learning standard is giving, cross curricular given is everything from skill, content standard, learning standard, and cross curricular elements are stated here. The materials are stated here, what you need to do. So if we look back at the lesson plan, the only thing that you need to write, or you need to prepare by yourself, other than materials, are the contents, the activities, or I learned it's named learning outlines. So you need to have it in pre-lesson, lesson development, or while lesson, or post lesson. So you need to have this for you to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so in your content standard, you can see, if you downloaded it, it has 2, and sometimes it's supposed to have 2, but sometimes it like 1, but never mind. But our master trainer told us it must have 2 learning standards for you to teach. One is the core learning standard, and the second one is the additional learning standard. One is main, one is complementary. Yes, that's the term. main and complementary learning standard. Okay, so meaning you need to have your learning outcomes two according to your learning standard. One is the main learning outcomes. The second one is the complementary learning outcomes. Are you confused yet? I'm also too. Okay, so as of any lesson plan, the learning objectives or learning outcomes, you say learning objectives, I say learning outcomes, you say tomato, I say tomato, anyway. Okay, so you need to have two learning standard and two learning objectives. Why do you need two? Minimum two. Because it is said that you don't only need one skill. You cannot teach one skill only but not the other one in the same time. For example, when you teach listening, you also teach speaking. So sometimes when you teach listening, you also teach reading. So you need to have two learning standard and two learning objectives minimum. Okay, so I don't need to tell you how to do the learning objectives because all of learning outcomes, because all of you have already done it for the rest of your life as a teacher, because it needs to be, as usual, it needs to be measurable and all the things. Okay, so the cross-curricular elements you can find on the this overview. You can just copy it down. Okay, so I think I've covered all of the basic things you need to know, because in order for you to understand how to do this, you need to look at documents yourself. You need to ask the teacher to explain, to teacher that have attended the course, to explain it very well to you before you do it. Because the activities, some of us, including me, I don't write pre-lesson, I don't write post-lesson, I just write numbers. So some of you that have been TESOL students have written it, and some of you are non-optionists like me, I just write activities. So it is said that your learning objectives must be done in the lesson development or one lesson. So what do you do in the pre-lesson? You do the skills that is not the main or the skill that is teach here. For example, if the learning object